IRDL, l'Institut de recherche du Puy-de-Dôme.
The IRDL, or Du Puy-de-Dôme Research Institute, what is it? It's the grouping together of two Breton laboratories. Firstly, the LIMAT-B, or Laboratory of Material Engineering in Brittany, whose laboratory is primarily based in Lorient and is dependent on the University of Southern Brittany, UBS, as well as the University of Western Brittany, UBO, whose research activities involve the design of new materials with a view to turning them into specific applications. Secondly, a laboratory in Brest, the Brest Laboratory of Mechanics and Systems, whose main regulating bodies are higher institutes of education in engineering, the ENS de Bretagne, the INIB, and the University of Western Brittany. Its research activities are linked to the design of mechanical structure and hence larger structures, their assembly, the characterization of these structures, and all their relative reliability. The added value of these two laboratories grouping together amounts to having all areas of expertise, from scantling to large structures, and placing them at the service of naval construction and marine renewable energies. It's this concept that appealed to the French National Centre for Scientific Research, which opted to join forces with us in early 2016. The IRDL currently groups together around 110 teacher researchers, 120 PhD students, and 45 engineering staff and administrative technicians. The laboratory is currently structured around 5 clusters, which we refer to as thematic research clusters. One cluster geared around composite materials, focusing on how to design new materials to obtain particular properties. One cluster geared around multi-material assembly, focusing on how to make structures from different materials. This includes sustainability, monitoring the evolution of its uniformity, and predicting the lifespan of a particular structure, notably in a marine environment. One cluster regarding energetic processes, focusing on how to improve the performances of an offshore wind turbine, for example. And finally, one cluster geared around structures and their interaction, focusing on how to take into account a fluid environment like the sea around a structure placed within it like a boat or a wind turbine. These 5 thematic research clusters are associated with 3 transversal clusters. One of the domains relates to the sea, and this is one we're keen to highlight. Another cluster involves transport, and finally there's a historic cluster that encompasses defence activities in the city of Brest. What is the laboratory's role? It involves developing expertise and contributing to industrial development in the domain of material and structure engineering by developing new methods for characterization and digital modeling tools, which will enable us to go through the different stages of computer-aided design with the minimum amount of trials and with a satisfactory degree of precision. Given the applied research aspect of the research we carry out, we have a very long history that involves numerous collaborations with industrial partners, which we'll refer to broadly as regional and national. One last point I think it's important to discuss relates to the laboratory's international relations. This is really something we've tried to work on over the years, and it involves extending relations with overseas partners so as to increase the laboratory's international influence.